they said I won't be able to get there on time. It was a really, really tight schedule, and they had to change my schedule at Walmart's from 7:30 this morning to 2:30 this afternoon, and all this crazy stuff. And so then they said that the Texas run won't work, and they put me on one going to Duluth, Minnesota. So I'm going back north. So things have changed around a little bit today. They're still going to try to get me down to Tennessee for next week because my son's going in for knee surgery. That's the ultimate goal for next week. I'm looking forward to going down there and seeing my son and my grandbaby boy. If you can't tell by now, I am not partial to one make or model of any vehicle. I just like vehicles. I love cars. I like them all, mostly. There's a few I don't like, but for the most part, I like a lot of them. I'm not partial to one or the other. If it's a nice vehicle and they've taken care of it, or it has potential, or it's a classic, I like it. I have people in my life that are strictly Ford. I have people in my life that are strictly Chevy. I had a Dodge. My son just bought a GMC. I don't care what the make and model is, and maybe that's a sin. I don't know. I'm sure it is to a lot of car people, but I guess because all the cars I saw my dad working on, he was a Chevy guy, but he worked on all different makes and models, and cars and motorcycles, trucks, vans, all of them, and I just learned to love, the classics and a beautiful paint job, and it's just hard for me to pick and choose one over the other because there's so many of each make that I like that I can't pick one or the other. Maybe I'm just, I don't know, a unicorn, maybe. I love them all. I love them all. Ooh, that maroon Chevy, that was beautiful. I would love a new pickup truck. I would love a new one, but I would also love an old classic one that I can work on myself. Here's another Myborg driver. Some of y'all saying you don't ever see Myborg drivers in my... He waved. I always look at the truck number so I can look it up and see who it was later. Who did I just pass? We see each other all the time. Most of the Myborg drivers will wave at each other, and I think the only reason if they don't is just because they didn't see you or something. But most of us all wave at each other. Because we're all running in the same lanes all the time. So we do see each other quite a bit, and everybody's very friendly. I haven't run into anybody that was not, so it's a good company. You guys, I just got an email today saying that Myborg is hiring Class A CDL drivers And if anybody is interested, please send me an email. My email is in my bio, whatever they call it on YouTube. I don't even know. It's on my page. Send me an email. I will get you the information for the person you need to contact. Or if you have any questions, let me know. We run a lot of Midwest. We got room for some good drivers, and Meyersburg is a great company. I know I've said that before, but I'm very, very happy here. I love the equipment. The people are super nice. The shop is very knowledgeable and excellent at what they do. And if anybody's looking for a Class A CDL driving job and you want to work for a good company, let me know. Send me an email, send me a message. I will get back to you with all the information you need, and we can discuss it further. I'm going to try to swing at home. I would like to take a shower at the house, grab some more food for the week, because I think I'm going to be out for 2 weeks this time, and I might not be able to get back up here for a while because I'm going south. Heading to Tennessee to go help my son through his surgery. He's having knee surgery, and hopefully get to hang out with the baby. He's not a baby anymore. He's a toddler. The boy was out there playing soccer the other day. It's just crazy what he's like very, very athletic already, and he's only a year and a half old. Year and 8 months, year and 9 months old. Let's see, he was born in March. I can't do math right now. I can't do math ever, but while I'm driving it's even worse. But yeah, he was kicking the ball around like he was Pele or something. All my boys were very athletic, so he's got it in him too, apparently, which is awesome. The boy can climb all over everything and anything, and he's so stinking cute. But I'm not supposed to say that because I'm a grandma. I'm saying it because it's true. He's adorable. Sometimes you pull in here and there's a freaking line all the way out here to the end of the road. Dieter, I got a job offer with them once. They are reefer. They were very close to my home. It was a good offer, but it was going to be away from my kids way too much while they were still pretty little. So I had to turn it down, sadly, because that one wasn't their normal trucks. Their normal trucks are a beautiful yellow with green writing, and they're gorgeous. So when you got to dock your truck and then walk all the way to this corner office over here from wherever you are. And sometimes it's a very long walk. I'm only going to 110, which is right here, over here. To the right, just past this spotter. And I don't have very far to walk. Longer than normal. Normally I'm in 102. Today I'm in 110. So it's a little bit of a walk. I gotta go open my doors. It's a mess over there. I'm gonna go open my doors. So the sun is right in my eyes. That driver that just left, he was just telling me how a couple days ago he was driving up in Wisconsin, and in one county the roads were dry and clear, and crossed over into another county and hit black ice and ended up in the ditch. He hit the black ice and started going sideways and went to the left, and then overcorrected and ended up going over into the ditch on the right side. All the tires, I went out and looked at the truck. He was showing me some stuff. There's a bunch of pieces that are missing. He's got them strapped onto the catwalk, and he said that he crossed over into that county and it just turned to solid ice, and he wasn't the only one that ended up in the ditch, and that there were cars all over that were sliding off into the ditch, and it could have ended up a whole lot worse. He said that the heater in his truck no longer works now. The blower's not working, so he's trying to figure out that. I gave him my fuse puller and a fuse to replace one of the fuses that had blown in the accident, and he was very thankful for that, very grateful. So that was cool. I'm glad I was able to help him there. Yeah, you just never know. You could be driving down the road You could be driving down the road and be on dry pavement, and then the next thing you know, the next county or the next town or whatever hasn't taken care of their roads, and that happens. So man, you guys, be careful. That's why I don't understand some of these drivers out here go flying past me in iffy weather, and even if it snowed 12 hours ago, you don't know. I went through a patch this morning, dry roads and everything, got to a patch that where the snow had drifted because the wind was pretty bad yesterday and last night, and that patch of snow across the road could have sent a car or a truck off into the ditch. You just don't know. So be careful out there. This weather is crazy. The temperatures, you just don't know. Snow could have drifted over the pavement over the night or whatever, doing 70 miles an hour in a 70 mile an hour zone, and then suddenly you're in the cornfield. So pay attention, get off your phones. I don't mean to harp and stuff, but you just don't know. Things happen so quickly. You just don't know. You're driving along and suddenly you hit fog, or like that. I've told you this story before. Was it last summer or the summer before? The accident that happened on I-55 from dust coming off of the cornfields. Those people had no idea. They entered into a dust storm, and so many people lost their lives. Stuff happens out here, and it's scary. So be careful. Be extra careful. Pay attention. Keep your eyes peeled and watch what's going on ahead of you. Don't do stupid stuff. Don't do it. All right. I finally got a green light. I've been here for 2 hours at the Walmart getting unloaded, and I finally got a green light, but they got to call me and tell me to come get my paperwork before I can do anything. I'm unhooked from my trailer right now, and I can't hook back up until they call and tell me it's okay to hook up. I got to go in and get my paperwork first. So I'm going to get off here and wait for that phone call. All right. Bye. spots, so I'm not sure I'm going to find a place. I prefer to get as close as I can rather than staying far away and still having, an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours to drive. Where I'm going to be, where I have my GPS set to get to is only a half hour away from there. That's the one with the 25 spots, but I think it's in town, so it might not be packed, and it will only be about 8 o'clock. Usually everybody's parking by then, so